Good evening. The medical director of two Kent hospitals says they're close to breaking point tonight under the pressure of the COVID-19 pandemic. Across the southeast, over 17,000 coronavirus patients have had to have hospital treatment, including nearly 2,400 people in hospital this evening. Ventilators are being used for 213 patients to help them breathe. Doctors at the Maidstone and Tunbridge Wells Trust are treating up to 4 times as many people as they had during the first wave of the pandemic last year. They say staff are on their knees. Our special correspondent Colin Campbell has more.
Today.
Well, let's take a look at the latest coronavirus infection rates tonight. And there is some good news because all those green arrows show once again they're falling week on week in every part of the southeast. The national average is just over 450 cases per 100,000 people. The worst affected area in the country is still Knowlesy in the northwest with over 1,000. The highest rates in the southeast are in Eastbourne, 9th in the country with more than 820 cases per 100,000 people, followed by Gravesham with 692 and Crawley with 651. Compared to the figures 1 week ago, there have been some significant falls in the infection rate, down 37% in Canterbury, 34% in Brighton and Hove and 32% in Hastings. Well, the vaccination programme, of course, offers us all hope of a way out of this pandemic. While many people in the priority groups have now had their first jab, there are still lots of others across the southeast anxiously waiting for that appointment. Leanne Lawless has been answering some of your questions about the rollout.
Katie Bannister.
In other news, the family of a woman murdered 16 years ago today in East Sussex say they're desperate for information that will bring her killer to justice. Jennifer Kiley's body was discovered on the seafront in Eastbourne on this day in 2005. She'd been stabbed and set on fire. Sussex police say it's one of their most important unsolved cases, as Piers Hopkirk reports. A woman caught on CCTV lying on her back on the railway line to pose for a photo has been condemned by British Transport Police for unthinkably stupid behaviour. It's the latest in a series of incidents at the Tide Mills level crossing in Seaford, where trains pass at speeds of up to 70 miles an hour. Peter Whittlesey has the details. With huge pressure on our hospitals to admit seriously ill coronavirus patients, there's also big pressure to free up beds by discharging people safely back into the community. So-called hot homes have been created for patients who no longer need hospital treatment, aren't well enough to go home. For tonight's special report, staff at one of the homes in Hawkhurst near Cranbrook have told our reporter Zoe O'Brien how important it is to keep coronavirus patients fully isolated from other residents.
This is a typical case.
Football, and there's FA Cup action tomorrow for Brighton and Hove Albion, but they'll play their 4th round tie at home to Blackpool without goalkeeper Matt Ryan, the Championship. Now, as lockdown restrictions continue, one of the few things we can still do this weekend is go out for a local walk. So as you're out and about, take a close look at the fauna and flora where you live. If you spot the first signs of spring, the countryside charity CPRE Sussex want you to take a photo, share it with them online. Chrissy Reedy's been out in the Sussex countryside to see if there are any signs that spring has sprung. Some reasons to feel hopeful there. Well, Nina Ridge is here with the weather forecast. Can we feel hopeful about the weekend weather, Nina? Any signs of spring? Bit early.
No, it's actually going to be quite wintry this weekend. It's going to stay and ice through this weekend.
A little way off spring then for the moment. Thank you, Nina. OK, that's it from us for this evening. I'm back, though, with your late news. That's at 10:30. In the meantime, have a good evening. Bye-bye.